So I'm going to set the camera here, and we'll see how this goes. We got to do it back. Actually, we're going to pause. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the channel. As you can tell, it's July in Florida. I'm all sweaty. Today's project is replacing these brakes on the 02 Suburban with 2008 and up GM Suburban calipers. I'll show you some pictures. We end up having a 13-inch caliper or a rotor compared to a 12-inch rotor. And I'll double check. We'll look at some comparisons. I believe the caliper is a little bit bigger as well as the brake pad. So, and we're replacing, putting new rear calipers on the back as well. And I got the newer rotors turned, and so I've already got the other side done. I'll show you that. Just go and torque everything. Went ahead and sprayed this face gray so it doesn't get all rusty and crusty. There's the new calipers. All the brake parts are from Brake Motive on eBay. We'll see how everything goes. Powder coated red calipers, ceramic brake pads. The front's going together pretty well. That's the newer rotor, drilled and slotted, and the carrier. I've got to get a new little pin bushing for up here. This one ended up being cracked. It could have been me taking it apart, I'm not sure. So this side's basically done. We put a new wheel bearing in here as well. Old caliper. So we're going to move stuff to this side and show you how everything goes downhill. So I'm going to set the camera here, and we'll see how this goes. We got all the tools. We're back, ready to go. Hopefully that's a good camera angle there. I decided to film on this side since we're a little bit closer. So we gotta put our bracket on. Nice powder coated there. We're going to put it on correctly, and put a little anti-seize on the bolt. And I believe the torque specifications on this are 133 pounds. We're going to go ahead and break get the brake line loose in that caliper real quick first, and go from there. Put a lug right here, keep this from moving. Yeah, I sprayed this one as well. I'm not going to worry about the vanes. Thankfully, the front rotors are zinc finished, so that should help out. Now, this caliper bolt is a 3/8. Or 7/16, I'm sorry. So I probably should have broken it off first, but we didn't. So now the task is doing it without messed up a fuel line. Brake pad's already toast, so we don't have to worry about that. Now the story is that this brake caliper, we'll show you some pictures. This froze up in Orlando traffic and caused us a lot of problems. A good place to fix that. take the pads out, line it back up on the rotor here, break that loose. I'm just afraid of breaking the hose. Not stable enough. There we go. Put that on there for a minute. While we get this broke loose. Now you don't want to mess up your thread bolts either, so watch all that. But this should make it, whew, I tell you what, those pads still smell like brake rotor, or like burnt. There we go. Still smells like burnt rotors. So anyways, we found that this was the faulty caliper here. There's a tear in the piston boot, and the brake pads are scorched. When I test drive it a little bit later today, we'll give you a little bit better synopsis on what happened, but it was kind of scary. Basically felt like there was no brakes at all. Checked the master cylinder, brake booster, no lights came on. So it really seemed like it was the, yeah, I didn't know what the issue was. Freaky. Really freaky. Kind of scary too, so. It's been sitting for about 4 weeks. I don't think we've even really driven it. So finally had time to get it together today. Went ahead and got the rotors turned just so they're not warped. So hopefully that will do the trick. Put a little anti-seize in these bolts, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Thankfully the pins and everything already come lubed. Comes with all the new hardware, the spring clips and everything. So now we'll look at all the parts. Being just around $500, and that's, you know, shipped. It ended up being $30 to get the 2 rotors turned. So a little bit pricey. It's never been really great braking in the front. So I figured, well, since it's a part, and since I'm already putting new calipers in the back, let's go ahead and just update the front too. I don't plan to get rid of it, so at the moment, so stick a little money into it, and then it'll be better set if I decide to go with it. So let's make an interesting video for you guys, and I'm interested in seeing how well it slows down close to 6,000 pounds. Okay, well, I'm not a Ford person, but the brakes on the new F-150s, 2013 and up, etc., those are good brakes. We'll see how well this brakes once we're done. Just got some of these up here. I am going to try to make my torquing easy. We'll see if I succeed, but we're going to try to torque everything the 3 sides about the same time. So, we'll see if I'm successful. Let me get brake pads back loaded. And all the torque specs and everything you can find on online. I just go too quickly to my Chilton's manual, and it went to brakes, and all the torque specs are there. So for me, it makes it easy. Slide new brake pads in here. Push it a little bit. Hopefully that camera angle will work. We'll see. There. Sorry. That's pretty snazzy. Now your bolts for your caliper. Got the new springs. Thankfully it's cleaned up real good around here. Got the new spring, clip in there. So these are a 12mm. And I believe this bolt, I was using a 16, but I believe the slide pin is a 15 or a 16. I'm using a 16. Smidge loose. So it might, I'll figure out the size here a little bit from there. Yeah. 16 seems to be pretty good, 16mm. So 12 and a 16mm will help you wrap that up. We got this plugged in. I'm going. Brakes came with new copper fittings. So the ones I have on here actually look pretty good. So for time, we're just going to reuse those. Tiny piece of wire right on the edge of my bolt here. I'm kind of curious about that actually. I wonder if it was a thread from the caliper or what. Alright, get this started here. Torque spec on that too, I believe it's 30. We'll check that once we go around. Tell you what, it is Florida or somewhere in Florida. It is just so humid and insane. Everything's just sweaty and wet. I'm in down here. There we go. Yeah, so we'll get this part done and we'll tear apart the front. Ooh, powder coat looks nice, doesn't it? Alright, like I said, don't forget to torque everything down. Got kind of bottomed out there, so it's good.